we are in the QBO gym, and this is where we have numerous hands-on exercises that simulate real-life scenarios that you may encounter as a bookkeeper. Each month covers a variety of new topics and scenarios, and to make it a little bit easier for you, we break it down into 4 different sections. So if you are looking to work on your bookkeeping skills, this is the place for you. And if you want to do an entire month's worth of these all on your own, be sure to join our free 5-day bookkeeping challenge. All you need to do is click on the link in the description. But let's go ahead and get into today's exercise, which is being pulled from our October Year 1 strength training section where we really focus on sales tax. At the top here is an animated video to give you an understanding of what you, the bookkeeper, will be doing for your client Craig this month. Below that is an interactive pre-assessment quiz that relates to that video up above. Below that are all of the exercises in this section. And at the bottom here is an optional area where after you've gone through all of the exercises in this section and completed them, you will unlock some sample marketing posts that you can use on your LinkedIn to share with everyone what you have learned so far. So let's dive into today's exercise where we are going to practice making a customer tax exempt. Go ahead and click on that link to have the exercise pull up for you. I have it here on the right side of my screen, so let's read through the scenario. Amy has received her invoice and realized that she forgot to tell you that she recently received tax exempt status. Luckily, number one, she hasn't paid the invoice yet, and number two, you haven't remitted sales tax to the agency yet. If either of these had been done, you would have gone through a different process, which is outside of the scope of this lesson. For now, all you need to do is update Amy's customer record and edit and resend the invoice. So let's take a look at how to do that. Now, you will need to be in the same session of the sample company that you did all of the previous strength training section exercises. If you have not completed those yet, go ahead and click on the link on the top right corner of your screen. That'll take you to the first one, complete that one, and all the ones after it until you get back to this one. They all build on each other, so it's really important to start with that first one. I have the sample company here on the left side of my screen. This is what it should look like after completing the last exercise. So let's go ahead and get started with this one. Now for this one, you need to click on the button under the animated video in this section to download Amy's tax exempt determination letter, as you will need it for this lesson. So go ahead and scroll back up in the top of the gym here. You have the animated video, and then you want to click on this letter right here. Go ahead and click on it to have it open up for you. And here is what it will look like when you open it up. So just keep this handy as you'll need it later in the exercise. Now, as you saw in the previous exercise, you could have changed Amy's tax exempt status directly on the invoice. By doing so, you would have left out some important steps though. So you'll go over those now. So let's get to her customer profile. From the left navigation bar, we're going to hover over customers and leads and then select customers. So the left navigation bar is over here. Here is customers and leads. Hover over that and then select customers. And then we want Amy's Bird Sanctuary. So once this comes up, we're going to go ahead and click on her name to have her customer profile appear. And once you do, this is what it will look like. You'll see all the transactions associated with her. If you happen to get any pop-ups like this, just go ahead and click out of them. So all the transactions, all of her information, current summary of her account. I'm going to go ahead and collapse this bar right here so that I can have the screen opened up a little bit more. You could do the same thing if you choose. You would just click on these 3 lines in the arrow to collapse that. So we're going to click on Edit, which is right here. We're going to scroll to the additional info section, and let's go ahead and do that. Scroll down, here it is right here. And you'll notice that Amy is currently being taxed using QBO's automatic based on location calculation. You could also indicate a custom rate for Amy, which is sometimes necessary depending on the type of customer or industry, but that's not what you want. Amy said she was awarded tax exempt status. So we're going to click on the checkbox next to this customer is tax exempt, which is right here. So go ahead and do that. And you'll notice that now you have the opportunity to select a reason for the exemption. This is a very important step to know in case you are ever audited. So in the reason for exemption field, we want to select charitable organization. So go ahead and click on that down arrow and then scroll down until you find it. It was the 5th one down. Go ahead and click on it. Now, you should not take Amy at her word that she is tax exempt. She needs to provide you with a copy of the IRS determination letter that she received. Save this letter as part of her records so that you can refer to it if you're ever audited. This is an important step, but you would not have the opportunity to do it if you just edited her status directly on the invoice. That's why we need to do it here in her customer profile rather than through the invoice. So if you haven't already, make sure you download that letter that was in the under the animated video here back in the gym, as we're going to need it right now. So you want to scroll back up to the notes and attachments section. So go ahead and do that, and this is what it will look like. And then we want to go ahead and click on Add Attachment and then follow the prompts on your browser to locate and then select the document that you just downloaded. So go ahead and click on Add Attachment. And I had already downloaded it before and I have it all right here, good to go. Yours is probably going to be in your downloads file. So do a search and find it. And once you do, just click on it and then go ahead and select open. And as soon as you do, you will see that the letter has been attached right here. So we have now updated this. Let's go ahead and click on the green Save button in the bottom right corner. And now that information for her account has been saved. Now, changing Amy's tax exempt status will not affect past invoices, so you need to go in and edit the one that you just sent her. The invoice you just created, which is 1038, will be at the top of the list of Amy's transactions. So once again, here are all of those transactions. I'm going to scroll over. Here is that invoice 1038. On that particular row, you want to go ahead and click on Edit. So it is that first row there. Click on Edit. And once you do, you will have the invoice come up for you here. We're going to click on See the Math. So scroll down, click on See the Math right here, which is under that tax rate there. Now at this point, QBO will recognize Amy's new status and make the adjustment. So just go ahead and click on the green Close button. And now you will see that it has been removed. That tax that was originally there, I think it was $26.13, has now been removed. So the sales tax has been removed. In a real life scenario, you could simply resend the invoice to Amy. And in order to do that, you could just click the down arrow and select Save and Send. We can't actually send invoices here in the sample company. So we are just going to click on Save and Close. Go ahead and do that. And that invoice has been saved. And that's it. That's how you would make a customer tax exempt. Now, if you like this exercise and you'd like to do more like it, be sure to join our free 5-day bookkeeping challenge. All you need to do is click on the link in the description. We're going to continue on, and if you want to join, be sure to leave this session of the sample company open, as you will need it for the last exercise in the strength training section, where we practice making a sales tax payment. And I will see you in the next video.